At just 11 years old, Crystal Castle's life changed forever. On September 6, 1995, she was diagnosed with cancer, acute lymphoblastic leukemia.
I was diagnosed in the 90s, so there was no social media, there was no cell phones. So when you heard cancer back then, you only heard stories that were bad. So when I heard that I had cancer, I thought it was, oh my God, I'm gonna die.
In the early days of her hospital stay, a group of visitors arrived from Penn State's THON, the 46-hour dance marathon. That introduction in 1996 shaped Crystal's life in ways she could have never imagined. That year, she attended her first THON weekend, surrounded by thousands of students and supporters and overwhelmed by the energy.
It was just like this big, massive, chaotic party, but not in a bad way. It was just like, but you instantly felt at home.
2 years later, just days before her 14th birthday, Crystal finished her cancer journey. Years later, when celebrating 15 years cancer-free, she shared her milestone on Facebook. That caught the attention of Luis Munoz, a Penn State alum and former THON volunteer. The two crossed paths years earlier during the event, but hadn't stayed in touch. Both navigating life after divorce, they began talking.
So I made the post and you messaged me and friended me.
Correct.
On Facebook, and he had like scanned in photos because we were back in the film days, and of us from THON weekend, so we had found them.
And then I get a text from her that says, you know, you're always in my area. Maybe we should get together. And I'm like, oh, okay, I know what she's doing. Sure, let's do that. So the whole Brady Bunch went to Sesame Place, and that's when everything started.
Before social media, signing t-shirts was the best way to remember those you met during the hours of THON. However, what no one could have predicted is what one message would mean over a decade after it was written.
There wasn't Instagram, there wasn't Snapchat, so you didn't get to like talk to anybody. But you would walk around with Sharpies and everybody would sign shirts. That was like a big thing back in the day for THON. And Luis was like, I signed one of them. I had to have signed one of them. So we were looking through them and we found it. And in '99, when he came back as an alumni, he wrote, Crystal, all the love in the world, Luis.
In 2018, the two got married, with all 5 kids as the wedding party. 5 years later, Layla, Logan, and Ava decided to take the Munoz name.
I mean, he is the father figure that we have, and he's done so much for us.
At the end of the day, it's like he is my dad. Like I view him as my dad.
When they brought up changing it, I was like, of course, you've been my only father figure, and you're the only father figure I want to know, because you're like the best dad I could ask for.
That same involvement in THON has carried into the next generation, as each of their children have embraced the event.
I just want to be someone that families can count on for not forgetting them, for not forgetting their smile, for not forgetting their laugh.
It just feels like it means more, like the connections between, you know, our org and the new people every year that we connect with, and families like Junie and Adley and Harrison.
Now a family of 7, the Munoz Brady Bunch shares a love of sports, cheer, and travel. Together they've set a goal of visiting all 50 states. They've already reached 49 and hope to visit Alaska this year. In Lidditz, I'm Bronwyn Leiber for the Center County Report.